In America, you challenge food. But in Soviet Russia, food challenges you. And welcome to another episode of FreakEating versus the World. Today I'm going to take on another Tokyo treat box, which is basically a bunch of candy from Japan. But instead of using a knife, I'm going to use my internet powers to open the box. Just gotta focus that freak-eating magic right on this damn box. And what do you know, didn't even have to say presto changeo blammo. And we got about a dozen Japanese snack items here, so with no further fanfare, no BS, no stalling, let's just get down to business and let's eat. This is one of those little chocolate wafers, and it's got a little Pokemon sticker in there, and a panda sticker on the other side. Mmm. Delicious. Chocolate ball. I don't know what a chocolate ball is. Oh, they're kind of like milk duds. An American would kind of see those as milk duds. No, actually they're more like malted milk balls, like Whoppers. It's got a fish. That's not fishy at all. Looks like a giant fish cookie, fish wafer. Chocolate. I love chocolate. Pokemon. Pikachu Pocket Monsters. I have no idea what that is. Probably going to be some sort of fruit chews. Oh no, it's gum. Well, it's chewing gum, and unfortunately I can't really eat chewing gum, so I might save it for the end for a little review, but I'm not going to be swallowing any chewing gum today. This looks like some sort of little snack. I don't know if these are sweet or if they're sour or bitter. Something in there, some sort of little sticker. I don't know what they are. It's some sort of little animal. I'm not familiar with the cartoon character, and I'm not going to pretend that I know. But I'm going to move on to the food because I know food. They smell garlicky. Little O's, little round rings. That's very garlicky or whatever it is. That is a very salty and pungent taste. Much stronger like onion vibe than any like American snack that I'm familiar with. And here we have a Monster Collection toy and trading cards with a Pikachu on the front. These are not edible, so they're going to go off to the side. It looks like we've got a couple of these little packs where you mix things up. I'm going to hold off on those. I'm going to go to a bunch of these little things that have Pikachus on them. These look like some sort of snack treats. This has a root beer float on the side. They look like pills. They kind of remind me of Smarties. Yeah, like those candies, those fruit flavored candies that come in a little roll. You know? Exactly. So these are all like Smarties. This one is grape flavored. You've got to be careful. You don't chew them too well, you end up with a lot of dust in the back of your throat. Grape was good. Here is blue soda. These are white now, white colored Smarties. I need a tissue, my nose is running. Must be colder in here than I realized. Okay, the next thing It looks like some sort of fruit. So some sort of fruit flavored Smarties. Either cantaloupe or jackfruit, I'm not sure. I know those are two very distinctive flavors, but I'm torn as to what it is. Pineapple. The last one of the bunch are going to be these pineapple pills. There were no little purple pills today, but there were pineapple pills. Excellent. I loved all those little Smartie-like things. I think my favorite was the last one, the pineapple. Maybe it's because it's the last one, I don't know. And this is a pudding drink, I believe. And I know that because I had one in a previous Tokyo Treat box. It's just basically liquid pudding. I can't tell anything about it because all the writing on it is not English. It's very sweet, but it has like a ricey aftertaste. Not sure if an American would really dig this kind of stuff. Yeah. It kind of has a hint of strawberry. I hope maybe that's why the can is like reddish pink. It's got a strawberry vibe, but there's rice. Like there's little rice grains and rice pellets. Maybe that's tapioca. I'm gonna hope that's tapioca. Good to the last drop, especially if you like a mouthful of grain. Get that off to the side, and my nose is running again, so I better catch it. Okay, the next thing up, chocolate Pockys. Pockys are basically like pretzel sticks. They're basically pretzel sticks that are covered in some sort of flavor. This time the flavor is chocolate. I'm sensing a strong chocolate theme, and I don't mind because I love chocolate. And it looks like wood on wood sticks with some chocolate on it. Can't go wrong with chocolate. That's a big bag of caramel corn. And I know from a previous experience, these are like shell-shaped or snail-shaped. And it looks like a vanilla ice cream cone is the flavor. Ooh. Well, I guess I'm opening it from the bottom. Just like my previous experience. I think I had chocolate ones. Little shrimp or snail-shaped pieces. Definite vanilla vibe. You know, vanilla snacks don't seem to be a really big deal in the States. This might be a big deal to a lot of people here. Since spicy things are getting more popular in America, this looks like a giant pepper. These look like rings, hot ring chips. And the trend is for the bottom to open. Like there's so much damn air in these bags. And yeah, they were like little rings. I can smell a definite pepper. They're almost like shoestring fries. Very thin. Very salty. And very fun to eat. They burn you right on the tongue. I think it's a corn snack. And the heat is definitely building. And on the front it says 5 chilies. I'm assuming this is probably one of the hottest products they make in this line, this flavor. I'm still enjoying it. It's not up to the level even of Flamin' Hot Takis. I mean, it's not really up to the hottest Takis or the hottest Cheetos. But to anyone who loves spice, this is a good kick. As much as I love all the chocolate stuff in here, this may be my pick, my favorite thing in the whole box. But there's only one way to find out. There's still 2 more things. And this is one of those little kits where you have to mix a bunch of powder to make a... Yeah, you just mix some powder and then you're going to dip in some marshmallow dots. Excuse me. Trying to be efficient here. Powder. Okay, so it's, you don't even need to speak Japanese or read Japanese. It's 1, 2, and 3. So here's 1. So 1 was white crystals, 2 was blue crystals, and the 3 are the marshmallows that you mix in almost like a cereal. Let me pour in some water here. It doesn't gurgle very much. Like, I think this is basically like Japanese fun dip, and on my nose is running. Pretty sure the hot snack is not helping my cause. So let's whip out the marshmallows. I notice these things tend to open sidewise. So there's a little repository on the right side. These aren't marshmallows, these are actually like hard candy. I don't know. Those are actually very similar to like the Sweet Tarts, American Sweet Tart candy, or the Smarties that I mentioned earlier. Oh, that cream is a sour candy. Very sour. That's like really crunchy. Yeah, those are basically Sweet Tarts in much smaller form. Huh. Kind of interesting. I don't know. These do-it-yourself kits where you mix things up and have dips, they're not really my cup of tea. And last, but certainly not least, is another do-it-yourself kit. This is pandas, giraffes, and penguins on the front. And it looks like people are painting things. It looks like they're coloring their snacks. From there up in the upper left corner, Poppin' Cookin'. Yeah, there's a little template here. It looks like almost like a stencil for you to color in your food. I mean, it's cutesy, it looks fun. This almost looks like fondant or some sort of like I think the idea is you're supposed to like mash these up and make the shapes. Like you're supposed to, it's almost like Play-Doh. It's almost like you're going to make the shapes out of the candy here, and then you're going to paint it. But we don't have time for all that here on Freak Eating, so I'm just going to mix the jelly up. 3 powders. Powder number 1. Powder number 2, which is, so basically we have blue, we have white, and I'm no math major, I'm no scientist, but the colors seem to match the envelopes. This one should be red. Yes. I'm no scientist, but that was red. Sorry, it's late. A little tired. A little tired here. Woo! A little tired here on Freak Eating. And good thing I have a spoon because they did sure as heck didn't provide one. And it's kind of cool as I'm mixing here, the colors are, the powder is actually like not totally mixing, so you see some elements of blue powder in the water, red, and the white. It's weird. Like there's yellow actually, yellow, red, and blue. They're not totally just mixing up, they're just kind of staying separate. Little weird to me. Let's see what this tastes like. These little fondant things. It's almost like Starburst. Yeah. It's very like bendy, stretchy candy. And I guess the idea is, like I said, you take it into the stencil and you press it. And I know I said we didn't have time for all this shenanigans, but I guess we do. And yeah, sure enough, I pressed it into the bunny mold and I got a bunny. Let me just press it into the other side here. And excuse me, I got the mushroom one. And then I guess what you're supposed to do is just kind of paint it. And then you eat it. Whoa. This is a very chemically taste. I don't know what it is. Oh, I can tell you. It has the texture of a Starburst. But the flavor is as if you took chewing gum, or bubble gum actually, like Bubblicious, and you chewed it until the flavor was all gone. So it's like flavorless bubblegum, but it has the texture of a Starburst. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really like it. This stuff isn't even sweet. Oh, yuck. Yuck. I ate a lot of weird things, but some of this Japanese candy is just not my thing. And now I'm going to close out by trying some Pokemon gum. And it says pineapple, so I'm assuming that all these sticks are just pineapple flavor, and the only difference is the design on the sticks. The wrappers seem a little more plasticky than the sticks that I'm used to in American chewing gum, bubble gum. The sticks are also a little bit thicker and a little more brittle. These aren't very soft gum. Yeah, the gum's not soft at all. Hard. It's definitely chewing gum. It's definitely pineapple. It reminds me of Japanese chewing gum in the past in that it tends to be very brittle and not extremely soft. Tastes good though. Pineapple, spot on. And I think the closest American gum it reminds me of is juicy fruit. Kind of a tropical taste, and pineapple is definitely tropical. And not to disgust anybody, I'm going to take us out. And I do believe I've gotten through the entire Tokyo Treat box. Roughly a dozen snacks from Japan, each one a little interesting and some more interesting than the rest. Tokyo Treat specializes in a service whereby they'll send you a box of goodies, snacks to your door every month when you get a subscription. I have a link down to their website down below. I've done reviews and I've done a challenge with their box before. This is truly a way to go against the world because I just ate a bunch of things that I have no chance of ever finding in an American supermarket. And I always appreciate it when the company sends me a box. So thank you, Tokyo Treat. And let me know your thoughts if you saw the video here. What did you think of this idea of just quickly running through and trying to eat them as quickly as possible to give you a sense of what they are and to finish most of them? And with the exception of the snacks, of the vanilla corn and the hot chips, I ate everything that was in the box. And of course not the gum and not the toys. I'm not going to eat the toys. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to click thumbs up, subscribe to Freak Eating, and stay tuned for all of my upcoming food challenge shenanigans in the year 2016. And until we eat again, stay in school, don't do drugs, and eat like a freak.